Welcome to Seneca High School's October edition of Students of the Month. This month, our nominees are Christopher Henry, Madison Miller, Katie Gallagher, and Suzanne Foley. Chris is constantly upbeat and positive. He greets all of his classmates at the beginning of period and wishes them well on the rest of their days at the conclusion of class. On one of the first days of school, Mrs. Donahue was rearranging furniture in the media center. As other students went about their business, Chris quickly offered to help move couches to new locations. Chris expected nothing in return. He was simply exhibiting his kind-heartedness. In algebra class, the class was playing a game requiring students to answer a math question correctly for a chance to throw a ball and get a point. Chris was competing with another student and he was doing very well with his answers and shots. The other students kept missing her shot and was getting upset. Chris encouraged her and complimented her on her effort. On the final shot, Chris gave up his chance to shoot to the other student for her one more chance, and she made it. Chris cheered her. Chris reminds us that a little act of kindness goes a long way.
We were in the library the first week of school working on a project, and with 1 or 2 minutes left in class, we were kind of getting our things together, and Mrs. Donahue was actually trying to rearrange some furniture in the media center because there was so many kids coming up for study halls and things like that. And as most of the kids were just sitting there watching her bring in tables and couches and rearrange the furniture on her own, Chris jumped right up and started to help her and actually asked her what else he could do. And it wasn't, to receive a pat on the back or anything like that. It was just out of the goodness of his heart. And I picked up on that right away, and I thought that was pretty cool. From day one in my classroom, Chris just had that, that positive aura about him. Students kind of knew to go to him when they needed a pen or a pencil. When he was getting his own materials, like a notebook or a binder, he would grab everyone else's and bring them over to their desks. He's always smiling, just very positive, upbeat, happy to be at Seneca. Every day, again, just a smile on his face when he walks in, smile on his face when he leaves, and it's a hello and in the beginning of the period and a goodbye at the end of the period. He's just got that way about him that he's a pretty special kid.
Our sophomore nominee, Madison, gave up multiple summer days to come in and help produce a welcome video for our all freshmen and new students at Seneca. She was open the school year, getting herself involved in many different ways here at Seneca, including student council and GETV. Madison volunteers for all extra credit assignments and has taken on becoming one of the hosts of the morning show. She manages to get all this done while helping out at home while her father has been deployed.
When it came time to nominate Student of the Month, and I thought about Madison Miller, it became pretty clear to me why she would get such an award. Madison demonstrated a lot of great attitude and effort in 9th grade, and she started this year off by coming in over the summer to work on a project for the principal and to help every incoming freshman here at Seneca High School make their transition into a new school and a new year. When I look for Students of the Month, there's a couple of characteristics that I generally look for. One of them is obviously giving the most effort that they possibly can while they're in the classroom, and possibly even more outside of the classroom. With our club, there's a lot of chances to do extracurricular activity, working for LDTV Sports, or putting together something that will eventually air on LDTV. Madison usually finds her way to get out to those events, despite any kind of logistical issues that might exist. Madison makes the effort. She does it with a smile. She picks up the students around her as far as her positive attitude, and when you see someone who works hard and she demonstrates a positive attitude, that can be a positive, contagious effect on your classroom, and it's something that I hope to see from more and more students as we continue.
Katie is a pleasure to have in class and an active participant in class discussions. She is one of the nicest kids in the building, very friendly to classmates and teachers, and always wants to do the right thing. She's very involved at Seneca, whether it be taking charge of student council fundraisers, her dedication to the bowling team, her huge help as varsity basketball manager, or many other activities. Katie is an asset as an ambassador to promoting Seneca's culture.
Well, I wouldn't say it was something specific that she did. It was more of a culmination of a lot of things that she does. She's always helping others. She's always going out of her way to be the best Katie she can be, and I think she's a really great example of what students should be, and a really great example of what Seneca students are. She's kind, cares about other people. Katie's somebody who genuinely shows concern for other people, and she goes out of her way to make sure that people are getting what they need. Whether it's in school or in extracurriculars, I've noticed that she's somebody who goes above and beyond. And I think that's definitely what makes her stand out from the rest.
Susie is an officer in NAHS and Art Club and brings her can-do attitude to every project. She knows what needs to be done, anticipates where help is needed, and problem solves in any situation, and is an amazing role model to younger students. She is incredibly polite, generous, and treats everyone equally. As a leader on the track team, she often helps coach younger athletes in drills and is their biggest fan. Each week during track season, she makes hair ties containing multiple ribbons for all of her teammates. She is also an active member of Community Service Club and a member of NEHS. Susie volunteers as a coach for Seneca's youth track program, as a softball coach for Tabernacle Elementary students. She volunteers at the snack stand at Patty Boker Field, and last year donated 8 inches of hair to the Beautiful Lengths hair donation for cancer patients. The intense love of learning and inquisitive nature that Susie displays makes the classroom come alive and every class enjoyable. Last year, she was a wonderful mentor to MD students to complete the Seneca family mural, being patient, gentle, and supportive to all who participated. Susie leads by example. She's a perfect representation of a student athlete and deserves to be recognized for her contagious positive attitude.
You know, we've had her in the program for 4 years, and she's been spectacular for 4 years. She's worked extremely hard. She's been dependable with everything. She's president of Art Club. She's a vice president of National Art Honor Society. And when you need something done, you go to Susie. Obviously, she's really talented because she's in AP studio, and but beyond that, she's one of the hardest working kids I've gotten to know. I mean, I've been teaching now for 17 years, and she's up there as far as hard workers go. Extremely dependable. Never makes an excuse about something. Is always coming through for you. Very helpful with her classmates. She's always lending a hand where she can, and voicing her opinion during critiques and things like that. And it's beyond her class. She goes in and helps. So she'll walk over to the Art 1 class and help freshmen out. So she's just an awesome kid. And I know there were several people that nominated her, which kind of just speaks to what kind of kid she really is.